Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave of the day, and today we're going to be using Stirling's Varen. Fern, and more fern, and almost like a grassy, freshly mowed lawn type of scent, also. So it's one of those scents. Like there are times when I use it and go, bleh. And there's other times like today, I'm like, I like it. Yeah, it's just like a love-hate relationship with this stuff. It's like some days yes, some days no. Just depends on how you feel, I guess. It's a mood. All right, so we got the Voskhod blades, third use, and 1986 Gillette Black Beauty. Yep, bought this in the store. Wally World. There you go. Way back in the day. Back in the 80s. I've been around for a little while. A few miles under the bridge here, so to speak. Especially when it's like graduated high school in 1983. Yes, I've been around a while. A few days. All right. This is all lathered up. Not bad. A nice, interesting scent. Some of the stuff that I don't like, you smell on the puck, and it disappears when you lather it up. Now I definitely get that fern portion that I kind of enjoy in a certain aftershave that I use, which I'll show you here in a second. Alright, so we'll follow up with Avon Wild Country. Is that the right way? Yeah, there we go. It's like when you bring this open, it's kind of a powdery citrus across the top with fern base. Yeah, it's a fougere. Man, this stuff, I love it. Like, I know I got like a couple more containers of this stuff on the side because every once in a while I go onto eBay and it's like, yeah, I need to get some more just to have it. Alright, this is on setting 3. For some reason I was feeling rough. Why is that feeling rough? Yeah. No, it doesn't. Yeah. Hang on a second. Let's do this. Oh yeah. It's on setting 4. That explains it. I must have moved it when I was cleaning it, not paying attention, because I never change the setting usually. Oh. There's been a few times I've smelled this kind of scent in the wild, so to speak. Hot summer day. You get that, you're going through the forest, and kind of reminds me of the scents that you get across because you have the alfalfa field next to the woods. You can be in there after a period of work where you're tired. You go sit in the edge of the woods and relax. You got that scent wafting off the area, especially smelling alfalfa, freshly cut alfalfa. You just laid it down. You went through with the mower, knocked it down, and before you windrow it with the rake off the back of the tractor. If you never done anything like that, basically, if you ever seen them, we always had on the farm there, we had a long handle. It was the mower was like a long arm with like hedge clippers type of blades on it, and you would go through and just go along and you mow it down, so it's like a big long arm. That's probably about 8 foot to 10 foot long, somewhere in there. And you'd go through and mow it down, and then let it sit there for a day, laying down. I think this is my problem, is this razor. For some reason it feels awful aggressive today. I have to say, this is not a razor and a razor blade that like each other working together, to be honest. I might have to do an audible and go to something different here. My third pass. Just see. It could be that the blade has just suddenly gave up the ghost that quickly. I like to check that out first. Oh, and then when it's you're sitting there with it after a day in the sun, laying around drying, I would, or my dad or my other brother, come along with the tractor and with the rake, which has got these tines on it. It's like a big round tine thing. It's like things like that, and it would turn and it would just rake everything off into a pile, and you windrow it is basically what we're doing. Just changed to a crisp razor. What the hell? What the frack? That's different. Interesting. Totally different feel. I can barely feel it. Yeah, it's like that Black Beauty is super aggressive today. I don't know what its deal is. Probably should try the other Black Beauty. Because this is like with this crisp razor, I'm barely feeling the blade. I know it's there, it's working, but come here, just after going from one razor to the other, like wow. So then after the hay sits in the windrow for a day, you would bring the baler in, you would bale it. I'm gonna do that. Try the other Black Beauty just to see if it's just the razor or what. There, 1983 Black Beauty. That's the year I graduated from high school. So today's an experimentation day. Now suddenly one razor is just causing me havoc. It just felt like massive amount of blade exposure, and that was hurting, literally. And then the crisp razor felt like there was hardly any. After getting used to using the other blade, razor combo, it's like felt like there's nothing there. So, okay, just double check. Black Beauty 83. Yep, it's on setting 3. Let's just see this. Okay, that's fine. I like that. That's good. I think it's the razor itself. You can hear the blade working. So that's a great example of how different blades and different razors work with each other. How they just create different feels. I was not enjoying the 86 Black Beauty. The 83 Black Beauty is feeling totally different. Go figure. Everyone is slightly different. Like, that is smooth now. Alright. And we would, after you start baling and everything. And that's what the scent I'm getting is like, it's a freshly mowed hay and fern tossed in there. We had a lot of woods next to the fields. It was northern Minnesota. You get a lot of ferns growing in there. It's like, oh, in certain areas, depending on soil conditions, what grew. It's like you got a lot of maple and oaks growing. You got firs as your main ground cover. Now, where it was a more sandy conditions, where we had the pines, jack pines and stuff like that, you had a lot, like blueberry was your main floor cover. On a hot July, August, we typically would get three crops of alfalfa a year, if you're lucky. You get 2 good ones. The third one was, you never know how big of one it would. It could be pretty sparse because you know, if you had a cold spring, things didn't get going as soon. Like this year is a good example of a cold spring. Things are pushed back. You need those warm temperatures for things to really kick off and grow. Alright. Just a little bit across the top. No, we'd always, you know, you filled up the barn and we had a extra shed off the side that we put out our bale of hay, square bales, you know, that you had to maneuver by hand. Alright. I know that Sig has alluded to it, you know, he's like, here, he's from Denmark, so I imagine a lot of the same conditions that you would have there were similar. say individuals that haven't spent any time. Well, they grew up in a city and never spent any time out in the wild. There's a lot of scents out there that you just smell. A lot of these soaps just bring forward, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's what I remember. That's smooth now. Other than that train wreck of a combination, first one. Never be afraid to change your razor. Yeah, there's a wee bit of stinging right through here. Yeah, I got more stinging than normal. I'm gonna neck the head off my thing right there. That's alright though. It's gotta come off eventually. Alright, so that was Avon Wild Country. Fern. It's a fougere, man. Smells good. I just love Wild Country. It's that powdery, it's like citrus and fern and cedar and all the different things just like bam combined together. Makes for a nice shave. Alright, so this is going to be an interesting one. Alright, so Stirling Varen. It's a love-hate relationship. There are times I like it and other times I don't. Today I like it. Go figure. Alright. Now, we did finish with those Voskhod blades, third use. The blade's working good. I like it. It's like it knocked everything down. Used an 86 Black Beauty. They didn't go together at all. I eventually finished with the 83. It worked fine. And I had the wild card in there of the crisp razor. That would have been a nice shave too. It was nice and smooth. So, there. Man, it smells good. Alright, so that is your shave of the day. Train wreck and all. There you go. It's like, never be afraid to change your razor and blade combination. Because sometimes they just don't work. Honestly, you've seen it on camera. Things sometimes do not like each other. So don't be afraid to change them up and try something different in midstream. Alright, that's it. That's Shave of the Day. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends. And we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.